Hey guys, I'm back again to do another video for the HORRORman's channel. This week's theme was to do a lesser known movie by a director. I struggled with this one. This is why it has taken me so long to do this. For one, I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was searching and searching. I was a little bit lost on this one because I'm not familiar with all the different works of different directors that much. I know the obvious stuff that, John Carpenter, he was Halloween, The Fog, stuff like that, and Wes Craven, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, stuff like that. I know those, but I guess when you get outside of the box, I don't know who does what. Obvious ones, yeah, I probably would know. But, the lesser known, probably don't know. So I had to do some research. And then I still couldn't find nothing because nothing was available to watch. So my sister ended up letting me watch Deadly Friend from 1986, which is directed by Wes Craven. I really like Wes Craven's work, and when I watched the advertisement for it, I was like, yeah, you can definitely tell that's a Wes Craven film. It just had a feel about it, just the way that it was and everything. I really enjoyed this movie. I want to say this is the first time I've ever seen this. I love the characters. A lot of good people in it. Matthew, I'm just gonna say Matthew L. because I cannot pronounce his last name, and I don't know if I really want to attempt it because it is a really weird looking name, and it looks like something like French, like somebody from New Orleans would be named this. Yeah. Anyways. He's known for being on Little House on the Prairie. He plays Albert Quinn Ingalls. And it has been like so long since I've watched Little House on the Prairie. I just knew he looked familiar, but I didn't know what he was from. And I'm just like, oh, okay, he looks so familiar. So I went trying to look up stuff, and I didn't really know anything, I know Little House on the Prairie, but it's been like forever ago. I was probably still little when I watched this. I haven't watched this since being an adult, I know. Okay, maybe I need to go back and watch some because I don't know, it's been a while. This also has Christy Swanson, who I love. Most notable character that she has played for me, and maybe for everybody, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because that is like freaking awesome. A few movies that I've watched that she was in, The Chase with Charlie Sheen. I really like that one. She's been in a lot of Christmas movies too. A Christmas Wish, A Bell for Christmas, and there's several others. So she has done a lot of Christmas movies, and I do like Christmas movies, so yeah, I really like Kristen Swanson, so yeah, she's cool. My phone is dinging. Yeah, I forgot to, make that where it wouldn't ding. Good grief. Okay, don't do that no more. No more dinging, no more dinging. Anyways, because I don't want to do this video all over again, because I'm already struggling with pronouncing words. Good God. It's gonna be okay. And this has Michael Sherritt. Basically, he hasn't been in a lot of things. He also had a very familiar face, but he is one of those people that has been in an episode here, episode there type person. He was in an episode of Little House on the Prairie, an episode of Baywatch, an episode of like Magnum P.I., several different things in, that era of time. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I don't know him. but he looked familiar. This also has Anne Ramsey, who was in The Goonies as Mama Fertilli, and yeah, that's what I probably know her the most from. I think she's in Throw Mama from the Train. She plays Mama. Mama! And this has Richard Marcus. I hope I wrote that down right. But anyways, he played Nestor on Tremors, and I'm like so totally obsessed with Tremors. I love Tremors. I mean, I could watch Tremors all day long. We just recently did a marathon of Tremors 1 through 6, and that was really fun. Though, got close to 6, I probably fell asleep way too early in that movie because by then I was very tired. But anyways, yep, good. Tremors is good. But back to the movie that I am supposed to be talking about, not everything else. Deadly Friend. So, first time watch that I know of. I didn't really recognize anything. This movie is so cool. It's not your, typical run-of-the-mill slasher. It's different. It's a robot type movie. So basically, this boy and his family moves to this new place, and he's in college or school. I'm assuming college. And he's got this robot that he is like made and programmed and all this kind of stuff, which is really super cool. And the robot's name is BB. BB. So, yeah, it's a really cool looking robot too. And the robot kind of does things and thinks for himself almost. And it's a really fun robot. And he meets the girl next door, which is Christy Swanson, her character, and her dad, Richard Marcus. Nestor. I just want to call him Nestor. So he's kind of like abusive or whatever, and he like probably he hits her and like grabs her and stuff like that. And he's starting to notice this, and his mother is starting to notice this, so they kind of know what's going on, but they still manage to, be friends and have a little hangout time. And he also has this other friend. I want to say his name was Tom. Anyways, Michael Sherritt plays this character, and he's like the paper boy. He has a paper route, so he goes around throwing papers, and he come upon him, and he has this really super cool robot, and he's just so amazed by it. So they all just become friends and hanging out, and next thing you know, it's Halloween, and they're having a good old time. And I love that there's Halloween in this movie. I'm so ready for Halloween, you guys. I'm ready. But anyways, the funness of this movie. So, Anne Ramsey's character is like the mean old lady on the street, and her yard is fenced up, and they end up losing a basketball in that yard one night, and yeah, she wouldn't let him have it back. She threw it in the house. So they go back, and they think, hey, we're gonna break in here, and then Matthew's character decides, no, not a good idea. BB's trying to get in there. And then, oh my word, stuff happens. And oh, poor BB just gets all mangled from hell because she shoots him up. But anyways, Christy Swanson character had rung the doorbell, and the whole freaking alarm thing goes off, and it's like crazy. This woman had craziness going on. She got a whole system. And yeah, I think she knew that they were there, and she ends up shooting BB up, and, you know, he's distraught over that. And then they're like, I don't know if I don't know, they're having a meal or something, and she's staying over late, and they're enjoying it, and her father's at home drinking, and doesn't realize she's gone, and then I guess it's so late when she comes home, and she's trying to sneak in, but it's just like oddly quiet and everything, and she thinks her dad is in her room, and she goes up, and he comes out, and he grabs her, and like throws her down the stairs, and she ends up hitting her head real bad and causing like brain damage and bleeding on the brain and stuff. And yeah, they end up going to pull the plug, but Matthew's character isn't gonna let that happen. He can't let it go, and he decides he's gonna save her by using like BB's brain, and it's like a computer chip thing, and this the most disgusting part just goes into the head, like all these frungy, pokey things right down into the brain, and then put the computer chip thingy on it, and brings her back. I mean, it takes a minute, but she finally does come back, but she's like a robot, which is the most super coolest character that she is. Oh my gosh. And so she's always got her hands like this, like a robot. Just, I don't know. I don't know how in the world that she be like this, but it's like, okay, that's gonna drive me crazy, but she's like, I don't know, staring off into space, like big eyes, and just looking so much like a robot, and like dead looking, because she's got blue all around her eyes. I mean, she's supposedly dead, you know, but he brought her back, and it's just like this. It's so freaking crazy. I would not be able to be like that. I mean, she plays it so perfectly. I love the look that she has, and it's just so freaking crazy. I mean, she looks terrifying. Terrifyingly dead and a robot. But yes, I mean, though she's a human being, she has the physical appearance because she still is a human being, but she is manned by a robot brain, if you would to say. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so crazy. I love how she acts. It's just awesome. A lot of stuff happens, you know. He realizes she more robot than anything. I mean, she hasn't really talked. She don't say anything, and she just don't act, and except, you know, she sees her father, and she has this most like pissed off look, like, yeah, you know he's gonna die, and she ends up killing him because she like strangles the crap out of him and holds him up and like breaks his neck, and then she's burning his head face off in the fire in the basement or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my word. Yeah, so she's on a deadly rampage. Then, and Ramsey's character, she goes after her, and you know she's doomed, because she's seen her, and she's coming for her, and, you know, she's calling the police and telling the police she's seen the dead girl, and, you know, they pretty much blow it off, like, we'll get to her when we get to her, and, because apparently she makes calls like this or something. She's probably a paranoid old lady, but, this is the most awesomest scene. So, remember, the basketball is still in that house. So, apparently, Christy Swanson, Robot Girl, finds the basketball, and it comes, like, rushing across the room right into Mama Fratelli's head. Just, I don't know what to call her. And Ramsey. Anyways, her character in this movie, I can't think of her name. But it just like splatters the head to pieces. Just like makes me think of like taking a hammer to a tomato or something. How it just goes mush and blah. And yeah, that was the most craziest thing. And the body is just like running around and flopping and, you know, blood spewing everywhere. So that was fun. And the friend, you know, sees that there's been 2 murders and he can't possibly go along with it anymore. He wants to tell the police. And that's when she ends up trying to take him out, and then Matthew's character gets caught up in it, and she ends up running away. And then of course the mother was there and sees all this and now realizes what's going on, because things were happening, and she now knows what's really going on. And so they're all like chasing. She gets the cops, so the cops get involved. There's a thug bully dude, and she ends up throwing him into the cop car, and it apparently kills him because he looks dead to me. But then she's like all running again, and they're chasing after, especially Matthew, and he finally catches up to her, and it's almost like she finally comes out of her robot trance, and she starts to see him clear, like a clear image, like through human eyes, instead of her robot eyes, or robot brain, you would say, because she really don't have robot eyes, but it's like she was seeing through the robot, and now she's seeing like a human. And so you're thinking, oh, she's coming to herself. Maybe she's going to be normal. And then they have a big showdown with the police, and he's trying to keep her from getting shot. The police just want to, you know, lock her up, and I don't know, that she says his name, and I'm thinking, oh, she's about to be a person again. And, you know, I was really starting to feel it, and then I don't know what happened, and then all of a sudden she's charging with her robot self, looking all crazy-fied. I mean, how can you not be scared of that? Because she looks intensely coming at you, and she ends up getting shot, and yeah, I was like, that sucks. So then they take her to the morgue, and he ends up going there and getting to the body and thinks she's gonna be okay, but no, she's gone. She grabs him up, and the flesh is pulling off of her face. It looks really weird. It's crazy. Looks really, really, really weird. And you see like a BB head coming out, and then, you know, with the arms, the flesh is coming off, and you see these robot arms. So it's like crazy. She has now become fully robot, and you just hear, baby, 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 baby. Like, okay, it is BB now. Not her character anymore, not the girl. It's BB. I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah, so, and that's how it ends. I'm like, okay, alright now. So, yeah, no happy ending. None. But I really enjoyed it. It was a really good movie. Like I said, 80s stuff, normally pretty cool. And, yeah, this, I'm definitely going to have to watch this again. Yeah, so I like this one. Hopefully I won't have trouble with this week's theme. But heck, I'm trying. It's hard sometimes. But anyways, let's continue to do these awesome reviews and follow the TheHORRORman's channel. And just remember to smile. October is coming. Halloween is coming. And I'm excited for that. I'm hoping to do maybe a video every day for the whole month of October. Maybe like a vlogoween or something. I don't know what I'm going to name it. But we shall see. And the only way I'm going to really be able to keep up with that is probably to go ahead and record some videos now. I mean, it's some days I have where I'm just like tired, and I don't want to do nothing. I get real lazy. I blame it on my thyroid, and my medicine is supposed to be helping with that, so hopefully it will. Hopefully I'll feel like a new person. But yeah, I'm really excited because there's so much I want to do. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I mean, we're talking decorations and pumpkins and scary movies and yeah, Halloween music. I love Halloween music, so I'm excited. October is almost here. Well, thank you for watching if you made it to the end, because I know I rambled a lot. And did I say anything? No, not really. But next time.